BranBrew's Place is about special topics that you would probably talk about. So I had a special request to talk a little bit about the Grammys. And that was Sunday night. And yes, the Grammys were awesome, I think. What were my thoughts about the Grammys? First of all, the Grammys were really long. Is it me, or have the Grammys do they seem to go on and on forever? I was really surprised actually to find out that there were like 22 or 23 performances at the Grammys. I don't remember, like in the 80s and 90s, I don't remember the Grammys being that long. So that kind of like, yeah, it is what it is. The other thing about that too is I remember only a handful of the awards. There were only a few situations where I remember people announcing the nominees and winners of particular awards. And I really wonder how many awards were actually given out that night. It just seems like there were so many more performances than there were awards. And maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm making that up. But it did sort of strike me a little bit that it was sort of longer than I remembered the Grammys being. While I won't give critique about people's performances or things like that, because, you know, I don't really feel like that's my role. But there were some things that stood out to me. And I have to say, I really liked Usher's performance. I thought that was really, really nice. There are a couple of other things that really stood out to me. But if you want my full commentary on all things Grammys that evening, feel free to look at my social media. Definitely Twitter, but also Facebook as well. Links will be in the description below, so please feel free to look at that. Anyway, there were a couple of things that I thought were kind of funny, and it was really about aesthetics. During one of the performances, why did the stage look like those Freezy Pops that we had as kids, you know, that had the different colors, and you put them in the freezer, and then, you know, they're like those long tubes or whatever, but they're really good. Delicious Freezy Pops. So the whole time I'm watching this performance and I'm like, ooh, Freezy Pops, Freezy Pops. I want a Freezy Pop. But of course, it's like Maryland and 3 degrees, so really Freezy Pops aren't very practical for me right now. But I did think that was interesting. There was another performance where the stage looks like one of those big overnight massive family size industrial fans that you see in warehouses, and I was really surprised. So I guess that was what really kind of surprised me a little bit. Who did the staging, like the stage design? And, you know, not to be critical, not to critique, but what I saw was very reminiscent of something else. And so I'm wondering, like, was the inspiration really a fan? Was the inspiration really Freezy Pops? And then there was a particular performance. Again, you'll see it on my social media if you follow me there. There was one performance that was sort of in the dark with a big, what I would consider a big floor flashlight. While I thought the performance was pretty good, I couldn't see anything. Turn on the lights, somebody, please. Anyway, enough about that. I don't want to go on and belabor the point and make it feel like I'm doing something negative. But overall, I thought the Grammys were okay, you know, pretty cool. I think my running commentary on social media really sort of sparked a whole lot of desire for me to continue watching the Grammys, so I could have a commentary. There is one thing that was really, really, really funny to me. Forgive me. I'm so sorry. I just have to bring this up. But one of my friends mentioned one of the performances, mentioned during one of the performances that there was a particular artist who was playing the air harmonica. And I just cannot express to you how funny that was to me. I laughed a lot. I think I had tears streaming down my face. It was hilarious. And I still find it to be pretty funny. So I'm going to go back and look at my social media and relive the Grammys all over again and get a good chuckle. Most of the Grammys, I stood in the middle of my living room folding laundry and dancing on occasion because, the music was really good for the most part. There were some parts where I was like, womp womp, no thanks. I'll do other things. At one point, some of the commercials were really good. And they had music to them. And of course, I'm dancing to the performances on the Grammys, but I'm also dancing to the commercials. Get that. Anyway, I did get quite a bit of enjoyment from the running commentary. So tune in to the Grammys next year. If you have particular topics that you would like for me to cover, topics that you think would be interesting or that you would want me to talk about or have some sort of commentary on, use the hashtag BranBrewTopics. And that way I will kind of see what you are interested in. So if you follow me on Twitter, you can put it there. For those of you who are Facebook friends with me, you can put it there, or even in the comments below. If you have particular questions that you would like for me to answer or consider, then use hashtag AskBranBrew. And once I get enough questions from people, then I may start sort of a Q&A bit on my channel. So until we meet again, I will see you later. Have a good one. Right?